like, okay, look, we got to keep him from coming back here. They proceed to take 7 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock on one drive. And I was just like, well, thank you, Dolphins. You just did all that work for us. And even at the end, when we were trying to run out the clock, we still got one more score. And I feel bad. Dolphins fans are in it right now, man. They are just ransacked. I mean
who is it worse? Some are Jaguars fans because Jaguars are shit, and Dolphins are they are shooting themselves repeatedly in the foot.
Yeah, we also had some guys show up today on Monday. The second round draft pick Devondre Sweat just like annihilated their O-line all game. Mm-hmm. He was all over them, smothered, covered, and choked.
Their O-line is pretty bad. I don't see Tua coming back because, like, if I was him, why would I, line it behind that line because they can't protect anybody.
It doesn't help when Huntley is in the end zone, getting intentional grounding and therefore a safety either. Like it was like okay, like everything's just going to break our way. Cool, why not? Will Levis dove for a first down, which I think he got. I don't know why we didn't challenge that. Maybe it's not as clear on the field or not. But he dinged his shoulder. He landed pretty hard on it, and this is why we got the grimacing meme of him on the sideline. But Rudolph came in, barely had to do anything, hand the ball off to Pollard and Spears, and have a nice day. And now we go into the bye week with a win. We'll see what happens on the other side.
There you go.
I mean, exactly the game script you want for your backup quarterback to come in and not have to do anything, man.
Here, you take this. That's pretty much what he did.
Exactly.
I'll be right here.
What is the so I was listening, I was reading some stuff on Twitter. Obviously, believe everything you read on Twitter, right? Yes. Anyway, there might be absolutely. Abraham Lincoln said that. Anyway, so quick question. So what is y'all's thing with what's going on with DeAndre Hopkins over there? Do you think he's happy or no?
No, I think if you come out, let's say you come out of the bye week and you lose to the Colts, and then you get whipped by the Bills or something right afterwards. I think at that time you have to start planning for next year. And he's just one of those guys that deserves to kind of have a shot. Quandre Diggs is the other player that they would probably try to shop out as well because his backup's done really well in Brownlee Jr. That's a fun name. And I think if things keep going very badly, then I think they'll start to shuffle that deck.
Okay.
I mean, as you should, because at that point, there's no reason holding on to veteran players.
What's the point? Yeah. What's the point? Yeah, I agree.
There's going to be rebuild status at that point. No point in holding on to older players. Like you need young guys at that point.
Yeah, I think they're drafting a wide receiver next year in my way too early draft pick. So
that's what they need. They need some playmakers around Levis right now, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you.
If he's a quarterback, we'll see if he lasts the whole season.
Yeah, if he doesn't die first off the right side of the O-line.
I just want the. I'm here for the memes, guys. That's what I'm.
He's
here
on a generational run of memes.
You know what? I'm going to take a side next home game and be like, I'm just here for the memes.
I'm just here for the memes, man. I'm telling you.
Point,
yeah. Dallas, your Colts.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on. What happened Sunday with your
I knew you were going to win that game, Dallas. I knew
it was definitely a bittersweet game for the Colts. We came out with a win that nobody was really expecting us to come out to that lead that we did. And then, of course, we lose Anthony Richardson in the grand scheme of things in that game. Jonathan Taylor also suffering an ankle sprain, fighting an uphill battle to come back this week. So that one definitely kind of sucks for us. Luckily, we are probably, I think, entering I believe our easiest part of the schedule. We got Jacksonville this week, Tennessee next week, and then Miami without Tua the week after that. So what I'm saying? That's 3 weeks that we have, basically some built-in bye weeks, basically, some times that we can not have to stress too terribly much. Not saying we're going to, take the foot off the gas pedal because we're not in any way, shape, or form built to do that. But I think that even before Anthony Richardson got hurt, I was really happy with – I know it was only 4 passes, but the difference that Anthony Richardson looked like in the beginning of this game than he has throughout the entirety of the season so far was night and day. And as a Colts fan, it was making me kind of say, like, it really sucks that Anthony Richardson's best games that he's had in the NFL are the games he's always gotten hurt in. That game against Houston where he ran those 2 touchdowns and then took the injury and had to miss the rest of the game. Like all of his games where you're like in the first quarter, like, okay, Anthony Richardson, okay, I like this. he comes out of the game with an injury. And I personally thought he had taken more of like a hit, like a stinger to the hip, because it looked more like he took like an elbow shot to the hip. But then, of course, he didn't look right on that next quarterback run. That was a very ballsy move by Shane Steichen, by the way. You know, he came out with a hip injury. Let's put him right back in first play, see what a quarterback run is going to look like. But it didn't work out for Anthony Richardson this week, but the Colts did really good, especially on defense. I think our defense played the best game that they've played in a really long time. So hopefully our defense can keep on this track, even though they've been banged up, just kind of the next man up approach and keeping the nose to the grindstone and keep our head above water while we get to the other side of this Anthony Richardson injury. And hopefully JT doesn't have to miss any time, because like I tell you guys week in and week out, that's the recipe for the Colts, man, is JT time.
I really liked that game. I got to watch it, which was kind of nice. It's fun not having a stress-free Sunday, and you can just be like, oh yeah, look at that. But just watching it, that was a defense that had stuff on that bulletin board that had just gone through week and week and week.
Exactly.
Pictures of them getting run on or whatever. They played pissed off, and you could tell. Yeah, I liked it. I was all about that life.
So I do have a question for you, Dallas. Do you think it's going to be a QB controversy? Like wherever Flacco goes recently, he kind of creates a little bit of controversy. Like, should he be the starter? He looked pretty good.
I don't necessarily think it'll be a quarterback controversy, because I personally feel like I felt so comfortable when Anthony Richardson went out of the game that we had Joe Flacco. I think Joe Flacco, he's kind of accepting his role right now as, you know, the man who can save your team if your quarterback goes down. He's the man to put behind Deshaun Watson or Anthony Richardson. If you think your quarterback has a better chance than most to go out this regular season, pick up Joe Flacco. He should make an advertisement that says something like that, because I felt so comfortable how he was finishing drives. But I think Joe Flacco is there to do exactly that. Teach Anthony Richardson, help the Colts feel stress-free if Anthony Richardson does have any issues, and give us something to fall back on. And I was really happy with Joe Flacco's performance, but I definitely don't think there'll be any quarterback controversy. It's not like Joe Flacco is going to be taking us many years in the future. Anthony Richardson is supposed to be the guy of the future, so we definitely want to put all the eggs in his basket. I mean, he's only played 7 NFL games so far. I think he's only finished 4 full NFL games so far in his career. So we definitely got to, even as Colts fans, got to be patient with him and understand that, you know, even Peyton Manning was looking like this in his rookie year.
Yep.
100%.
I know the feeling. Yeah.
All right, Rios, you want to handle offense or defense as there's 2 Texans people here?
Let me do offense.
Okay, go for it.
So,
he's going to be offensive. All right.
Yeah.
That's what I do. No, it was a little concerning. They still can't run the ball. With Cam Akers, like, he looked pretty promising in preseason, but like I can see him being running back 3 moving forward. He just could not get anything going on the ground. But other than that, like, Nico Collins is playing like a top 2 receiver, and he's not number 2. Like Brandon said earlier, there's no big 3. It's just big me. That's like he has 100+ yards between him and the next person for yards in the league right now. He is just on a different level at this moment, and he's always open. Like, he's facing double coverage, somehow he finds a way to get open. CJ's able to find him, and that's an exciting connection. It's very similar to the connection that Kelsey has with Mahomes. Like, they were just, doesn't matter how many people you put on them, like, they find a way to get open and get the big plays, get the big first downs.
There you go. Says Ida William Fantasy. Sorry, Sam. Titans suck with Levis. He's not the answer. I love the Titans though. Hashtag Tighten up.
Okay, well, he's the guy, so you're going to have to just support him there for a little bit.
Tennessee Hulk Hogan. I agree.
Without the extracurriculars.
No, but other than that, on offense, I mean, people were saying, you know, CJ was going to have a sophomore slump. Number 2 in NFL in passing yards, top 5 in most categories. Like, there is no sophomore slump. And he hasn't even played to the best of his abilities yet. He's had a lot of down games to his standards. And once that offense is clicking,
oh boy.
I mean, how many sophomores come off the year that he did with the team that he had and then get significantly better, adding in, you know, a great wide receiver, a great running back. I mean, it's hard for him to have a sophomore slump. It's physically hard for CJ Stroud to not play good football.
Well, not just that. So he's had, you know, Joe Mixon missed 2 games. Tank Dell missed 2 games. Yeah. Juan Diggs hasn't, you know, had his breakout game yet. He's gotten some touchdowns, but he hasn't really, like, had a Stephon Diggs type of game yet. Like the offense has not been clicking. They haven't cracked 30 points yet they're still 3-1.
Yeah, I feel like come December when the Texans are more healthy than they have started the season, they're going to be in the huddle like we prayed for times like this, man. We got through the hard times. We out here now.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I want to talk about the Texans defense real quick. So not too many. I want to say not too many highlights. Honestly, it feels like there was only one sack in the game, and coincidentally, it was by the guy that I wanted to talk about, Eric Murray. The Texans have been putting him in to cover like some of the top receivers out there, and I feel like that's kind of backfired on them a bit. But regardless, it's just like I don't understand it. But he's the guy that they have going on. Derek Stingley had about 2 pass deflections, and I think what's his name? Kamari Lassiter had about 1 pass deflection. Yeah, and then that's really about it for the defense. Henry To'oTo'o had a tackle. A few other guys had had like a tackle, recorded a tackle, and then aside from that, a few other tackles. Jalen Petrie. So the whole point was with Jalen Petrie, it was supposed to be like this role where he was back in Baylor. They call it the star role. I even did an article on it about how he was pretty successful in that role, but I don't know. He didn't have a good game this past week. His game, he was getting pretty beat at times, and so was Eric Murray. And I think right now the biggest problem for the Texans defense is that safety position. I honestly, in parts of me is like, I think Rios and I talked about it a few times that they could have gotten pretty Justin Simmons or something like that to cover some of that, because
he wanted to
it's not working out. Something's not working out, it's just not working out. So I'm like, it's getting exposed. Don't get me wrong. The Kalen Bullock is there. He's learning. He's had a few plays here and there. He did have a good save, though. I will admit that he did have a good save. It was he just stuck with it, and he stopped the guy at the 1. I can't remember what exactly it was, and 4-yard line. Excuse me. And then it could have been a touchdown, but it wasn't. And even the Jacksonville Jaguars, they could have gone for 3, but they didn't. They decided to go for it, and it ended up not working out. So in a way, it was a great stop by how do you call it? By Caleb Bullock.
Honestly,
it was a great play.
So I feel like what Carlos just said is one of those things you could clip that and make it into a meme, like trying to explain to everybody why I didn't hit my parlay this weekend. Like, it could have been a touchdown, but it wasn't.
Yeah. And so
that play in the next 3 plays, completion, and Trevor Lawrence getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Honestly,
how much ready is that for Trevor to play like that? Let me know.
I mean, he's. I don't see it. I think everybody here kind of called it that it wasn't going to pan out well, and so far it isn't. Like I don't think the Jaguars have won again. Have won since when?
Since Thanksgiving.
It's about to be a year.
2023. They have no.
Yeah, I thought I heard that this weekend too. It's been like over 300 days since the Jaguars have won a game. Like, damn. I could never.
Yeah,
there was a video of a guy, I think it's UCF Jaguars, something like that made a video when they were about to go against the Texans.
No, that's when
after that video, they haven't won a game since.
Yeah.
Does that guy look like a fat, depressed Bobby Hill?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I thought Bobby Hill was fat and depressed.
There's a guy that's like, Jags Nation shows up super strong or whatever, and he was there at the end of the year. We were walking by him. He was by this dumpster. This is the Titans team right here, blah, 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 whatever. We're going to win this game, go to the playoffs. And we're just walking by like, you're an idiot. like
this is
like, don't get me wrong. Like Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley, they have their moments here and there where they kind of get exposed a little bit. But that safety position that's supposed to help out, man, that's a wreck right there. So until Kalen Bullock fully develops, Kalen Bullock has the capability of becoming a straight starter. But other than that,
I mean, he's going to take time to develop.
Yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for him to develop. So,
honestly, I trust him. Eric should not see the field at all because he is god awful in coverage, man.
Yeah.
You guys are telling me you put yours away at the library? I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
What?
That comment.
I'm not doing that. I'm not putting that one.
I was just saying, you guys telling me you're putting yours away? Wow.
I'm not putting that one up. Y'all can look that
come
one
on, you coward.
I'm not doing it. You have access to it. You can put it yourself. I'm not doing that one.
I'm not touching that. It's been in the library.
I mean, that's true.
I just saw right now. Oh my god!
Gives a whole new meaning to turn the page, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I was there looking for 50 Shades of Grey. Only found white everywhere.
Baby.
It's his bookmark.
Oh my god!
I love that. Yes. I'm so happy. I was here for this.
All right. This is yeah. All right. Where do we go from here? I know where. Let's predict what's gonna happen next week.
Yeah.
Dal, since I started with Sam Dallas, what's your prediction next week, man? What are you guys what are you facing off against
this week too?
We're playing the Jaguars this week. So there's not much. I mean, I think of course everybody's expecting, at least in Colts Nation, expecting this to be a pretty easy game. But as far as the Colts have shown me anything this year, man, like the whole AFC South has proven anything to me that's. It's that you can't trust anything that we got going on right now. You know, any game you think the Texans are going to beat the shit out of somebody, they're going to surprise you and eke out a 3-point victory. Anytime the Colts are expected to get beat down, the Colts are going to jump out to 17-0 win at the beginning or 17-0 lead at the beginning. So I definitely think that's going to be a closer game than Colts fans want. It's going to be a frustrating game. I feel like there's going to be a lot of mistakes that we make that keep the Jaguars in it. But ultimately, same thing that I said last week, and it rang true. Our offense is really going to keep us alive this week. You know, like our defense has been playing pretty decently this year, but our offense has not been holding up their end of the bargain. And this week they did that with that 17-0 start. And our offense, especially starting hot, I think that was the first time that we started with the ball on the opening kickoff. We came down, scored a touchdown on the opening kickoff. And everything looked great from there. It was all engines go. So I'm kind of liking the hot start from the Colts. Normally we're into a 3-and-out punt for the first 3 drives, and it takes a hell of a long time to get going. But I think the Colts are gonna eke out the win at the end. It's gonna be a frustrating game for Colts fans, especially in the first half. But I definitely think the Colts get the Jaguars this week.
Dallas, look at the comment.
I did see that, man.
What are your thoughts on that song?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I get tagged in one of those songs every week, and I like, as a Colts fan, I guess I gotta accept it. But it's definitely
make your own one, Dallas.
We all this happens to all of us. Like, people love like the clown show. You know what I mean? Like ours is a guy named Mitchell T. Firskins, and they've decided to prop this guy off. The man needs help. Okay.
What's the Firskins?
Firskins.
Oh, okay. I heard something.
Yeah, Firskens.
That was an O in there.
The Commanders should have named themselves.
And drinks a lot, and I'm like, should we really be showing this man? Like, he's got tights tattoos all over him, and like he has Jonnu Smith's name tattooed on him. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't been here for a while. Like I'm telling you, guy's crazy. Guy's crazy.
Or like that Bengals fan, that real ghetto white dude that's like, ooh,
oh yeah. There's one. It's every fan base. They're like, you know what? Let's prop up this guy, and I'm like, what? Why?
Look at that little kitty cat.
I don't have anything like that yet. We might get some down the road, but I haven't seen one yet that's in that category.
Sir, Texans fans know they're very composed individuals. So
yes,
nothing, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sam,
you
guys got a bye week, right?
Yeah. I'm going to be sitting on the couch drinking a pina colada. How
bad is that loss going to be?
Hard. Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. How bad is that loss going to be?
We just discussed. No, the Google. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, excuse me.
Man, Paul Peters is really all over you there, Dallas.
Try, man.
Yeah, man. What happened? Anyway,
I don't know.
No, so Sam, on this one, no, I know you guys are on a bye week. That's why I made that joke about like.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It just took me a second.
I think I'm gonna miss.
Still trying to get over libraries.
Yeah, I think it's gonna suck like not having another Will Levis meme for the weekend, but whatever. I think America will live with it.
I'll follow him on Instagram. He'll do something.
Yeah, somebody's gonna follow him on there. All right.
Hey guys, I just want to help out this charity. Look at his nose, idiot.
From your point of view, is there a game that you're actually looking forward to since you guys are gonna be on bye week?
Let me take a look. See, I am going to watch that Colts and Jaguars game, but that is me like purely keeping track of everybody in the division. Let me see real quick. I mean, most of the time, I think I'll probably be on Red Zone anyway, just kind of relaxing a little bit. I am interested in. I'm definitely interested in the Bills Texans as well. That's going to be interesting. But I think the game that I'm most interested in, honestly, is this Cowboys and Steelers game.
Yeah,
that one should be
how low can the Cowboys go and how high can the Steelers reach? That kind of thing. But I think it's going to be an ugly game, an absolute ugly game.
Yeah.
So on this one, Rios, I'll let you go first. I'll go first on this one, and then you just have the final word on it. I'm gonna the Texans face off against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are coming back after a loss, an embarrassing loss, really, to make matters worse. But honestly,
did prepare to stop the run against a running team.
Exactly. So my prediction on that one, if Joe Mixon is healthy enough to come back, which I believe he should, based on reports that we've seen, I think the Texans have a great chance of beating the Bills because at this point you're not just having C.J. Stroud pass the ball a million times or trying to get out of it. The biggest concern for me is that offensive line. You know, I'm trying to ignore the comment. I'm trying to ignore the comment.
Piss off, bro.
Dude, seriously. Okay, I'll put this one on there. Dallas, I bet when you go to the bar, you order a glass of milk.
I honestly,
it's a Caucasian
chocolate. A glass of chocolate milk at the bar, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're never too old for a glass of chocolate milk at the bar.
Who are the Astros? I don't know what that team is.
He's pulling about it. Watkins when you know your team lost.
Yeah. So again, Joe Mixon comes back. I think the Texans have a great chance of expanding the playbook a little more. Hopefully. Bobby Slowick. So hopefully they can expand the playbook a little more. Joe Mixon comes back again, helps out CJ Stroud. If CJ Stroud, so to say,
sure, show that comment, show that one.
Show that one, y'all did. Yeah,
I didn't click anything.
I didn't click it. So
was this a Ouija board? Are you moving?
Yeah, apparently. Anyway, there you go. Chickle Skeeters are champions. That's right.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take some championship. So yeah, other than that, O-line is still a problem. A lot of undisciplined stuff going on with the O-line, so that's a problem. So if they can get
You're
that,
not alone in the league on that either. It's bad.
Exactly.
It's bad a lot of places.
Didn't you guys lose Laramie Tunsil this weekend too?
He didn't practice, so most likely he will be out.
He normally doesn't practice Wednesdays anyway. Usually Wednesday is like the best day, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Rios, if he's in your closet with the gas mask on, just go ahead and get him out.
Yeah.
He's happy life. Leave him be.
Right.
Let him be.
He's comfy in there. I laid down a pallet. I laid down some chips so he could be.
Yeah. So honestly, I think Joe Mixon makes a difference here. Supposedly Dameon Pierce is practicing today too, so you might see him back, but I don't know how much. Still, the Texans haven't seen how much of damage he could do if you're basing it off of preseason, which wasn't much. But we'll see what happens on that aspect. Again, Joe Mixon is going to be the difference maker. The defense. I think they're going to have to. Josh Allen's going to test out those safeties, but as you saw last week, the run makes a big difference. So let's see what's up with Joe Mixon. Go ahead, Rios.
I'm debating whether to put a Balkans comment or not.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
Don't do it. You should never debate that. Just don't do it.
I think it's pretty funny.
I think it's very funny. I will.
I like that one. Have they tried stealing the refs' flags before the game?
I mean, at this point,
Rios is that guy. It's like, hey, don't push the red button. This one, beep, beep, beep. Play well on. Okay. I see.
It's not sideburns. It's mutton chops, by the way.
Oh my
they
God.
did. Lonnie Johnson did intercept Josh Allen. That's when they played.
What the fudge, Paul Peters? What is your problem, buddy? What's wrong, my man?
Only in October.
Who did you piss off, brother?
I don't know, man. Somebody's mom.
Still living.
You don't see me down here actually right now?
I think it's talking about Paul Peters.
God dang. Mr. Dallas pulled a Mr. Steal Your Girl or something. I don't know.
For real, man.
No, Boggins is
That's
right.
probably what it is.
They have been pretty disappointing. Like I think before the season started, a lot of people were, calling them Super Bowl contenders. They haven't played like it thus far.
1 quarter of the season, though.
Yeah.
It's still early in the year. I think it can still turn it around. Like I said, they haven't played, crisp football, but they're still 3-1. I think with Buffalo, like it's going to be a high-scoring game. The Vegas over/under is 46.5. I would bet the over. Like, I think both these defenses have a little trouble stopping other teams from scoring. I think really this game's going to come down to who has the ball at the end and who's able to, commit the least amount of turnovers.
Yeah.
Which
good luck.
I put my money on CJ because he doesn't really commit a lot of turnovers. And Josh Allen, if you put pressure on him, he is a little turnover prone. He hasn't been lately.
God dang. Wow. Jeez. Well, that's the show, everybody. In case you didn't know, the chat is getting rather explicit.
Yeah, it's getting rather aggressive down there.
Good time to end it. Well,
here
spicy though.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us on this wild edition of the AFC South.
Wild and crazy out here.
Wild and crazy, apparently. Hey, y'all, check us out again on the show at JustFans22 on the YouTube channel, and of course on our Instagram account at JustFansPub. Whoops. And
Albert doesn't have the balls to say that.
I don't know, Alan.
I don't know, Alan. Me neither. All right, guys. And that's going to be it. Check out our friend Dallas in his basement at the Huddle Chat. Like it says right there on his X account. Follow him up. And, of course, we got the one and only Mr. FirstDown right here. Follow him on his X account right there so you can see him wear the outrageous outfits that he normally wears. And that's going to be it for us this week, guys. Check us out. And yeah, that too.
We're just dirty enough.
Yeah.
Autocorrect.
Apparently, this is what this chat turned out to be.
I know, man.
Can we stop the show and just read the chat? Can we?
Yes, so. Let's keep the chat going.
Honestly.
All right, guys. Join us next week where probably the chat will get as explicit as this. That's going to be it for us, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. And join us next week again. Same place, same time, kind of. But same day for sure on another edition of the AFC South Showdown with Dallas Clark, Rios, myself, Papi probably if he's alive, and of course the one and only Sam. Peace out, y'all. Next week.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, well, rule number one, you gon' respect us. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through.